If Walter White started his empire in 2026, he wouldn't go anywhere near a car wash. Laundering physical cash is slow, it's highly suspicious, and frankly, it's completely obsolete. A standard car wash can only clean about $200,000 a year before the IRS kicks the door down. But in 2025 alone, cybercriminals washed over $158 billion through the digital underworld. So if Heisenberg was building his empire today, how exactly would he hide the money? The first thing Walt would do is ditch the pallets of cash and move entirely to crypto, specifically stablecoins like Tether. But the problem with crypto is the public ledger. Anyone, especially the DEA, can track a wallet. To break that digital paper trail, Walt wouldn't use a physical business. He'd use a technique called chain hopping. Imagine trying to follow a suspect who keeps changing vehicles, driving across different state lines and swapping license plates while moving at 100 miles per hour. That's chain hopping. Walt's illicit funds would start on the Ethereum network, get locked into a cross-chain bridge, and instantly emerge on the Tron network as a completely different token. By the time law enforcement flags the very first transaction, the money's already 3 blockchains away. But just moving the money isn't enough. You have to break it apart to avoid triggering federal reporting limits. Remember how Walt used Smurfs, random people making small casino runs to clean his cash? Today, he'd use a method called Agentic Smurfing. Instead of trusting Jesse's unreliable friends, Walt would deploy autonomous AI bots. These agents instantly generate thousands of disposable, single-use crypto wallets. If Walt needs to wash 100 grand, the AI automatically fragments it into 2,000 separate $50 transfers. They blend perfectly into the millions of legitimate decentralized finance transactions happening every second. It bypasses every single regulatory alarm, and it operates 24/7 without a single human mistake. Now, the money is moving fast and it's broken into tiny pieces, but it's still dirty. It needs to be scrubbed. Enter the modern equivalent of Saul Goodman, the crypto mixer. A mixer is essentially an industrial blender for digital currency. Walt's thousands of tiny transactions are dumped into a massive smart contract, alongside the funds of hackers, scammers, and privacy advocates. The protocol scrambles the coins cryptographically, breaking any mathematical link between the depositor and the receiver. Finally, Walt needs to spend it. He needs to integrate the digital wealth back into the real world. Instead of buying a laser tag arena, he'd tap into the Black U ecosystem, a vast underground network of over-the-counter brokers. These digital shadow banks operate entirely on encrypted messaging apps. Walt would send his mixed, untraceable crypto, and in return, they'd deposit squeaky clean fiat currency directly into offshore shell company bank accounts, all for a modest 10% fee. No car wash, no giant piles of cash in a storage unit, just lines of code moving billions of dollars at the speed of light. For more deep dives into how your favorite characters handle modern-day chaos, hit subscribe and let's step into their stories.